Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am here with Angela, Alexis, and we'll let them introduce themselves. And we have a special guest tonight.
This is Angela from AJ Mobile Notary. Welcome, you guys. Hello.
And hey, everyone, it's Alexis, Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. How are you all doing out there? And we got little Aspen with us.
Oh, newest member of Notary Educators.
Yeah, newest member.
How are you all doing?
Hey, Terry. Let's say hey to a couple people really quick, and those who will watch us on the replay. Hey, Terry and Frank, always here. We appreciate the support. DJ S, welcome back, girl. How you been doing out there? What's going on in them notary streets? Tanya, I have to talk to you later. I tried to call you today. Shannon B, what's going on? So anyway, anybody on Facebook? I'll let you let you guys see if I can handle Facebook.
Oh, you have Facebook up, Alexis?
We can come back to it. So let's get started. So I have to tell y'all a story right quick. Always some gems and tidbits over here, right? So I received a call earlier today. This man wanted me to go. We are going to get into tonight's topic really quick about accepting tips. But I have to tell you guys this story too, because like I said, it's a learning lesson. So a man called me earlier around maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and he wanted me to go do a signing around 5, and I didn't hear back from him. So I was just like, okay, maybe he didn't need my services anymore. I don't typically call back and say, hey, what happened? I figure they found someone else, or like I said, they just didn't need me anymore, right? So he just called literally, guys, about 7:45, and he's like, hey, Kimberly, I sent the documents over, and I was hoping to get that signed tonight. I said, oh, I didn't get it. I didn't receive it. And I said, he said, oh, well, maybe it went to spam because I've been having problems with other notaries. And I looked in my spam, and I was like, nope, don't see it. I looked again, and it didn't come to spam at the time that he said. It came 2 hours later. So it did go to my spam around the 4:30 mark. Then he says, well, can you still do it? I was like, sure, I can still go or whatever. I offered that anyway. He didn't even have to ask me. I knew we were going to go get it done tonight because I promised, right? And anyway, he put the wrong phone number for the customer on there. So we just could not win with this particular signing, right? So anyway, Jeff went to do the signing. It is 8 o'clock. We were just getting started. So I might have to pop off for a minute because I need to get that scan back. So we're definitely going to be here talking, just so you guys know if I have to skip out for a moment. I have to get that signing completed, which is real life, right? So I wanted to let you know that. Did you guys want to share anything before we get into the topic?
Nothing.
All right. What you talking about, Aspen? You got something to say tonight? Well, we're going to get right into it, guys. Hey, Linda, Latoya, welcome. Stacey Ann is with us. I hear Stacey Ann doing some fabulous things out there. You sure? Hi. And Nakia, welcome, everyone. So we're going to hop into tonight's topic, which is, should you accept a tip? So this topic had been on my mind for a couple of weeks, and then the NNA put out a second article about it today, right? They put out one a few weeks ago, and today was more like a Q&A. They wanted to know, had someone ever tried to give you a tip or something like that? So me and Angela were talking about it earlier, and our discussion got a little, not heated, but it got elevated a little bit. Should you or shouldn't you? What's considered a tip? What's not considered a tip? So I was like, if she and I are doing that, which is not a big deal because sometimes we tend to disagree, but that's what makes us great over here at Notary Educators. She has her own mind and I have one too. Right. Alexis wasn't in on the debate. So anyway, after we had our debate, I said, let's talk about it. Let's get it going. So let's start. So we're going to start off with a disclaimer. Always check your state handbook. Always, always, always. And most of your state handbooks are not going to cover this. Okay. They don't cover a lot of stuff. Believe me when I tell you. So we're going to just put that disclaimer out there. Check your state handbook. So we're covered. Now we're going to get into our conversation. So the first question I have, guys, is put a 1 in the chat if you tend to tip for great service. Do you tip when someone has given you good service or great service? Put a 1 for yes. And that's it. You don't have to put 2 if you don't tip. But if you tip, let's put a 1 in there. We're just curious. So we're going to talk about this conversation from a couple of different perspectives. Yeah, I see a lot of 1s. So I tip too, and I tip well, you know, and especially certain restaurants, because I've had a family member that ended up working one time at Waffle House, and she lived on the tips. And she would come home and say sometimes people did not tip her. So especially when I go to Waffle House, yes. So you want to reward someone for great service, right? That's what I'm seeing in the chat. And I totally agree. Totally agree. Even if they did not provide the best service sometimes, that's how they make their money is on tips, right? So let's talk about it from a couple different perspectives. And then we're going to see what you guys think, okay? Hey, Marcel is in Jamaica.
Marcel is in Jamaica.
Yeah, welcome. So let's general notary work. Let's start there. So I personally feel, and this is my opinion, okay? In my general notary work, people want to show appreciation. A lot of times they have not been able to find a notary, or if they had a notary, they did not perform well, so they had to end up calling someone else out there, which is me, right? If they want to give me a tip, I'm going to take the tip, right? I even have within my app on my phone that I can show them. If I feel that I've undercharged sometimes, I will show the tip screen, right? That's real talk. Now, if I already know how to make my money, I don't show it. But if I charge them like a little bit and I know it's worth more, or they didn't kept me longer than I need to be there, or they didn't change the script on how many documents or whatever, something they did crazy to keep me longer than they were supposed to, then I'm going to show them the tip screen, right? Just kind of generically, hey, you need to answer this screen, right? I'm not begging for money. If they hit 0, fine. Sometimes they hit more. They're like, oh, I would love to tip you. And I've actually had people even ask me, how can I leave you a tip? That was before I learned how to put the tip screen on my app. So I was missing out on a few dollars sometimes, right? Not every client will tip, right? And that's okay. So what has been your experience, Angela or Alexis, about tipping for general notary work, first of all?
A lot of times with tipping, when I tell them how much if they're going to Zelle me or Cash App me, when I look at it, they put the tip in there. So a lot of times they just tip me anyway, especially my regular customers who call me back time and again. They usually always tip. They don't even ask. They just, give me a tip.
And we're in a service-based industry. So for people to tip would not be uncommon. We've driven to their homes most of the time. It's cold weather out there, sometimes early morning, late evening. And that's their way of showing appreciation. Mm-hmm. And just one other thought before we get to Alexis. I have people, when I accept Cash App, they'll often say, who pays the fee? And I say, I'll pay it. So they will even pay another $5 or $2 or $3 to cover the Cash App fee for me. And I just think that's just amazing when they do that. Even if it's $1, I'm very appreciative. Mm-hmm. Alexis, what's your thoughts on tipping with general notary work? You and Aspen.
When it comes to me personally with tips, I mean, of course, I charge so that I don't need a tip necessarily. So, but the fact that we're in a service-based industry, people do sometimes feel they need to tip. And just like you said, I really stand on tipping. Even if it wasn't great service, I do still tip. If it was awesome service, I tip, according to that. Anywhere I go, like hair, nails, anything. But just like the industry we're in, sometimes it's not it's not required, right? But because it's a service industry, people like it, and I do appreciate it. It's just like you said, if I feel like a job was a little underpriced, I'll make sure, especially with the tip screen, if they do pay with card, I will show it to them. If not, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I price accordingly, but I do appreciate it. And sometimes I'm like, oh no, because I know sometimes I might have charged a little more, giving like when I got to the house or the job or whatever, it might have been a little less than what I thought. But sometimes I don't change it, given other details. But if they tip me, I'm like, oh no, it's okay. Sometimes, depending on the situation, but it is appreciated, not expected at all.
I totally agree. I'm gonna say hey to Brian out there, Liz, Glenn, and Leslie over on Facebook. Hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So I totally agree. And then, what constitute a tip? Because I was telling Angela, someone gave me a gift card one time for breakfast at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And Angela didn't think that was a gift or no. Tip. What was a tip?
No, right. I didn't think it was a tip.
Tip. Yeah. So that goes to the same thing. When I worked at the bank, I have a banking background also. We were not allowed to take any kind of gift cards or any value over a certain dollar amount, right? So does a gift card count as a tip? During the holidays, most people are giving out something, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to say yes or no, right?
I mean, it has a monetary value, but when we initiated the conversation, I thought they had given you like a Visa gift card. Right. Like, to me, that constitutes a tip if somebody gives me a Visa gift card. But I don't know if they give me a food card. It has monetary value, but I can't use it for what I want. So I just feel that that's just like
you gotta go buy a Coach bag, Angela.
A nice thank you.
So all things being equal, if someone gives you something and you did not work for it, it's a gift. Okay, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So even a gift card to Chick-fil-A, which I really appreciated that morning. Right. If y'all have Chick-fil-A, it's very addictive. Let's say that people stand in line for hours.
And expensive.
So if somebody give you a gift card for Chick-fil-A, they kind of like you, right? So anyway, so a gift is a gift, and that's what Tanya's saying too. And Lauren is saying the same. Gift cards counts as a tip, and DJS says that too. So I'm in total agreement, right? So we'll kind of wrap it up with general notary work, and we'll say this. With general notary work, it's my business. I represent me. My state does not address it. So if someone wants to give me a tip, I'm going to say thank you very much. And sometimes it can be considered rude if you don't take a tip from people too. Oh, you don't want the money? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got it like that? So it's so many variables when it comes to accepting tips. So that's what we're going to say about general notary work and tips. Let your conscience be your guide. Always check with your state first. Make sure, as Angela was saying in our conversation that we had privately earlier, I guess now it's public. If it's a family or something where you feel it's kind of off and you don't want to give the any indication that you're doing something you're not supposed to for money, then you got to look at all of that. Like Alexis said, look at all the factors, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not taking no money and I already was hemming and hawing like, oh, I don't want to do it, but now you're gonna give me an extra 50. I'm gonna do it. I don't want your tip money because probably I'm not doing a job at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we'll say for general notary work. So just to put a bow on it again, general notary work is your business. Make a business decision. Check with your state laws first, and then just see how you feel. It's the whole take the whole totality of it. The transaction, the client. Are they expecting something in the future? You can get an idea when somebody kind of shady, and trying to give you some money or whatever. So all money is not good money. Now let's talk about taking tips from the signing agent perspective, okay? Now I'm putting on my signing agent cap. Boom. Right? If I've been hired from a company, a signing agent company or any company, right? And their rule is do not accept cash. And I've never had a signing company client give me a tip. I have not. They've offered to pay. Like Angela and I were talking about earlier, they've offered to pay because they may not have realized, it's included in their loan package or it's included in whatever. Mm-hmm. So they'll say, do I need to pay you? I'm like, no. Mm-hmm. Just leave my cards there for future business, right? But I would never accept a tip from a client while I was serving in my signing agent capacity, because it is a semi-conflict of interest. One, they normally don't want you to do that also. And just kindly let the customer know, oh, that is so sweet. No, you don't have to pay me or whatever. So what is your thoughts on that, Angela, when it's a signing company?
Nope. The answer is no. I only had people ask me, what do I need to pay you, or do I need to pay you? I would never accept a tip from a client that I got through the signing company.
Yeah, I totally agree. What's your thoughts on that, Alexis and Aspen?
I wouldn't accept the tip at all. I never had anyone offer, just like you said. I never had anyone offer, but if it came to it, no.
Mm-hmm.
Right, not for a signing company. So I think we can kind of wrap that up pretty quickly. If it's a signing company, signing service that hired you, or attorney called you, or something like that, that's going to be a no-go. We're not taking tips over here. We're not suggesting you take tips. And that's going to be a no-go. But again, what I do in my general notary business that I own and operate is a little bit different when I put my other hat on. Okay.
Right.
So if the signing company wants to send you out a little gift or something, which I've never heard of either, no shade. But if they want to send me something, I'm going to say thank you very much and have a great day. Right.
Right.
So that's it though, guys. So on tipping, not complicated, but again, we want to always work from an ethical standpoint. We never want to even give anybody raise an eyebrow. Hey, did she take that money because she did this notary signing for me? Was she not supposed to do that? Now I'm paying her. Is she going to be on my payroll in the future? You know what I mean? So I think we can wrap that up. So we'll start taking some of your thoughts and comments out there. Before we do, though, I have a huge announcement, and I'm just so pleased to announce the translation course is now available. And we want to give a big shout out to Tanya Bruton. I tried to call you, Tanya. So we did a translation video, Alexis and myself, earlier 2 weeks ago now almost. And when we were giving the information, Tanya was like, I think I feel a course coming on. And I was like, girl, I ain't write no course on that. However, as I realized that I did not give everything in the video. I was trying to, but I realized in order to have to do it like a pro, then there was additional training that was needed. So I do have a new course out. It's called Start Your Translation Services Business. It's not that complicated. And again, this is another stream of income that you can add translation services. And you don't even have to speak another language. It's more like the apostille work. You are actually facilitating it. So I go over in detail how to get it done. I'll show you some sample documents and mock phone calls, the whole nine. You know how we do over here, Notary Educators. When you walk away, you will be able to add translation services to your page and make money from that. Okay, that'll be another stream of income for you. So check it out. Tanya, please reach out to me because I wanted to talk to you. I'm actually going to give Tanya a free course. Because honestly, when I did that live that day, I was not planning on doing a course. I was not. And then after I woke up the next morning, I said, wait a minute, Tanya got something. So Tanya, I want to gift you with the complete course. So please reach out to me. Okay. And we're going to see how we can make that happen. I really appreciate it. And this is where, as a community, guys, it's just amazing because for her to put that thought out there and then for me to actually be able to make it happen. I was trying to get something away for free, which I did succeed in that. But I realized also that there's a great need to teach it correctly. So the course is beginning to end, how to add translation services to your notary business. Thank you, guys. So all courses right now, guys, and this is also an appreciation for all of you. And we know everybody's budget kind of tight right now. It's a holiday coming up. All courses are 70% off. 70% until Friday night, midnight.
Online courses.
Right. The online courses, self-paced, are on sale until Friday night, midnight. Coupon code is BLK 2022. BLK 2022. And you can buy those at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And that's including the new translation course. So that puts them around like the $30-something mark, I guess. I don't know. But it's a good investment in your company, okay? It's our pleasure, guys. So we're gonna start taking some of your comments and questions. And then last thing, guys, our December class schedule is out. We are adding a couple more dates, and everything will be before the 15th of the month because we got all the holidays coming up. So we got a couple more dates to put out there, but the classes are starting to be out for December. So that'll be your last chance until January to get into a class. Okay. So let's see who wants to do YouTube. We should have talked about that sooner. Alexis, you still have Aspen, right?
Yeah.
I can't see Facebook though. Angela, I can do this because I can't see Facebook.
I'm on my phone.
On here?
I can't see the comments on Facebook.
I'll open Facebook. Give me a second.
All right, so I'll just start over here. Alexis, you want to do something or you good? What you want me to do?
You.
All right, let's do it. So we said, hey there, everybody. Let's see, that's a private conversation. Oh, guys, don't forget to hit like for us. It does help. There's a lot of private conversation going on. Let's see.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate it. Let's see. Our first actual comment is SS1NG8. I'm 24/7 mobile notary. Tip well when I show up at 3 a.m. in the morning. My fee after 11 is $100 a minute. Is that $100 a minute?
I don't think it's a minute.
I know it could not be a minute.
I don't think it's a minute.
Hey, Linnell, if you get $100 a minute, you're going to train me on something.
Right.
What's going on, Donna? Welcome, Donna. Donna's a new subscriber. We had a conversation earlier. Welcome. Yeah, DJS was saying that does count, and Lauren says those are gift cards. Gift cards do count. Tanya says, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Yes, true. True. And Lauren says, I accept all tips, but I'm not upset if I don't get one. I've already charged what I wanted for the job. That's what Alexis was saying too. Correct. Precious Lady 40 says, I accept all my blessings, but bribes. She said not. I know that's right. It is not worth it, right? Jail is not fun. I've never been there, but I ain't trying to go either.
I'm not trying to go to jail.
Not to stay, for real. Lauren says signing company is different because that is not your client. The signing company is your client. We're in total agreement. And Stacy says, nope, never through a signing company. Correct. Let's see. Carmen Marie says, I'm ready for it. Yes, check out the new course. Yes. Hey, Brian, he's saying awesome. Alexis, that baby is adorable.
Thank you.
Okay. Marcel's clarifying. Probably she means minimum. Correct. Okay. Yeah. Very good. What questions do you guys have tonight? I think it's a game on World Cup or World Series or not series. World Cup.
The World Cup, USA.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people watching that World Cup tonight, but that's okay. We're gonna still do our conversation. If you guys have questions, we can go ahead and get them addressed because we won't drag this out. You know, if you guys are good tonight and don't really have anything for us, totally up to you. We're here for a little bit. Brian said I had a client call me today and then cancel, but it was a notary reappointment form, but the dates and the other line he put. Oh, reappointment form, but the dates and another line he put 001 for the year. So I pointed that out. Was I wrong for that? Oh, no, you were not, because it was an error. So if you can catch it on your end, yeah. Now I'm not going to be like picky because a notary didn't do something the way I would do it, maybe. But if it's not if it is a full-blown error, yeah, I think you're good in doing that. Mm-hmm. Hey, Faith, we still supposed to get together, have our conversation. How's it going over there? Hope you're feeling better. Mm-hmm. The Anthony Brown Show, so they're just joining. So tonight, for those of you who are just joining us, we actually had a conversation tonight about should you accept tips or not. Mm-hmm. So I would highly recommend you go back and watch it. It's a very good conversation. We have somebody on Facebook, Angela 822.
That's Victor says, what do you do when your income hits a plateau?
Learn that translation course so you can add it to your business.
And market.
And market.
Yeah, well, what about other services? Do you have other services that you do?
Yeah, what other services have you not added? Are you doing e-fingerprinting? Are you doing I-9s? Are you doing, because the more things you could put on your Google page, that's how you're going to be able to get more business. It really is. We say that all the time. I think people think Google is just, we just hype it up, but the number of people we talk to whose Google page is still not set up,
Right.
it would really trip you out, and then you wonder why you don't have any business. Just for the sake of conversation. Oh, go ahead, Angela.
I was just saying because today I had a person call me that needed 3 documents translated.
Wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's real, y'all. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It is. Now, again, is your phone going to ring all day long for translation services? Depending on where you are, it could. Depending on where you are. Now, does my phone ring all day for that? No, but Angela got 3 right there. So if you bought the course for $37 so you could be a pro at it while it's on sale for 70% off, and you done made all your money back because you're a pro in one transaction, and you own that knowledge forever.
And
right?
some of the countries, when you apostille documents, some of the countries require that the documents be in Spanish. Like I just recently got one where the document had to be in Croatian. So sometimes the country will require that the document be in English. And sometimes if you're taking it to the Department of State, they require that it's translated in English if it's in another language. So translation services are real.
It is real, y'all. It is real. So check out the course. It's 70% off until Friday night at midnight. The Anthony Brown show says just joining. Okay, I read that one. And he says he takes tips. Yep. And Marcel says, have you ever charged a fee and when you got there you realize you overcharged? Do you change the fee or you leave it as is? If it's a major overcharge, then I will change it sometimes. Like, for example, if they told me they had 10 documents, right? Because they literally counted the pages. And I got there, it was just one document. I'm going to factor in how far I had to go, all my regular things I go through to determine my price. And then I will probably adjust it, because if I get there and the reverse is true, they told me they had one document, they have 10, I'm going to adjust my price, right? So I try to be completely fair because I'm not just a one-hit wonder. I want to be that person's notary. I want to be the family notary. I want them to tell their neighborhood. So, and people respect you when you do stuff like that. Oh, she reduced the price because it wasn't what she thought. They're going to remember that, right? What about you guys? Do you change your price? I know Alexis talked about it earlier a little bit.
Yeah, let me clarify that too. So, majority of the time, if I get there and it's not what they might have told me it was, I'm still sitting down and I might be there for at least 30 minutes in those situations. Honestly, if it's like, I would say $15, $20 away, I'll just let it go. I won't say anything because like I said, I'm still having to come into your home, sit down. I drove to you. And majority of the time, even if it's one page, I promise you, people still keep you there for 30 minutes. I never walk into someone's home, even if it was one page and was only there for less than 20 minutes. Never. So I promise you, I don't know what it is about their house.
I was just getting ready to say, so what's going on over there, girl? Because I'll be in and out. And
I can walk into somebody's home. It's always something. It's always, I got to find my ID.
I agree with Alexis. Never. When you walk in, it's never
just in and out. But when they pull up to me, or if I come to them and I'm standing outside on the porch or something, people they want to get back inside.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah,
they run
home, always something.
They'll come downstairs. They'll come downstairs, and I'm like, "Where's your ID? I need your ID, please." Oh yes, let me get my ID. Call up John. Bring my ID. John can't find the ID in the purse.
Yeah, and they're more at home. They're more comfortable. They're more relaxed, and they figure you don't have nothing else to do.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So if it's like something small, but if it's significant, yeah, of course, I'm not going to charge them something crazy. That doesn't make sense. I don't even feel
like the notary is here.
Right.
The whole family coming out. One time I had all the kids coming around the corner. Everybody was coming out. They're like, we got company, y'all. We got company.
Right.
So Nicole says, hey, ladies, is it okay to charge a deposit? So I don't charge a deposit. I talk about that kind of often. I don't prepay myself for a lot of stuff. I don't personally. And I'm going to tell you another reason why I don't. Because when I get there, I might decide I'm not doing that transaction for any reason. And I don't want to have to be refunding you your money. I'm just don't. But I don't. So what's your thoughts on unless, let me take that back to, unless I'm going to a jail signing or a hospital, something far away, something that's way out my norm.
Right, I was about to say that. I only charge a deposit.
Then I want a deposit. Yeah, go ahead.
I only charge a deposit if it's far away. Like recently, I had a lady wanted me to come past Toco Hills somewhere up north Atlanta, and I did charge her a $50 non-refundable deposit if she canceled at the last minute. Ooh. So other than that, I do not charge a deposit.
And it was non-refundable.
I've done the same thing.
And what she say? Oh, you have, Alexis?
She was fine. She was fine with it. She sent it right away.
Okay.
But on the norm, I do not charge a deposit for general notary work. Only if I'm traveling some distance and you've set an appointment up with me.
Okay.
Those are the people especially depending on the situation, like what type of document it is, how far I'm going. If I do charge the deposit and I tell them it's non-refundable and they pay it, obviously you mean business.
Right.
So sometimes, especially if it's going to take a chunk of change out my day, and especially if I have stuff going on where, I got to get work done, or, I had maybe another client I had to bump back, change my schedule around sometimes. That's happened before. I'm definitely charging that deposit. So, yeah, it depends. I don't do it often, though.
I don't do it often either.
I can count on my hands how many times I've done it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you guys answer a few questions. Jeff just got back, and I have to do that document I was telling you guys about. I'll be back in about 5.
Yeah.
So we got
go ahead, because I don't remember.
We got a Facebook user, Liz Kimbrough, says, I had an attorney reach out to me for 5 signatures for a will that I quoted for her. Turned out to be for a husband and wife, each to include the will, POA, and health directive. How would you address that fee change with the attorney? I have had to do that more than one time, Liz. So if I get a call and I quote them a price for my services according to what they say, and I get there and it's different, I just let them know. I said in our initial conversation, you stated that you had this and this. You have this many more additional documents, so the fee will be this. And I always say, and I give them a little discount. I said, you got 3 more additional documents. It's usually would be this much, but I'll give you a discount, and they never have a problem with it. But yes, if you tell me you got 2 documents and I'm giving you a fee based on my travel and time, and it's more, I do change my price.
Yeah. And just the way you wrote it out, it sounds like I had that happen to me plenty of times. Somebody quotes me for something, it turns around, and I quote them for something, it turns around and be something else. So I just give them a call back and say, hey, I quoted you for the will and the wife. Just found out the assignment is this, and this. This is the price. And then just like Angela said, throw in there, but I usually do it for X amount, but I'll do it for you for this amount, and, keep business relations good. You never know when they might need you again. So that's how I always handle it.
And it's not unusual if someone calls you to do a will or to do a power of attorney that it's not a whole, those 3 documents together. And so that's not unusual. They say, I have a will, and then you get there and they have a power of attorney and a health director, or they have a power of attorney and you get there, they have a health director. So that's not unusual. So I'm straight up. I just tell them what the initial conversation was, what I quoted, but you have this, and that. So this is what the fee will be. Do you still want to? I've never had anyone say, no, I don't want you to do it.
And just make sure, like in the beginning too, you ask those questions. So Kimmi always says questions equal money. Make sure you really try to get, of course, I would say 50% of the time, you can ask all the questions in the world.
They're still not going to tell you.
Yeah, so, but the other, I say a little more than 50%, but majority of the time, I feel like if you ask the right questions, like how many notarizations is it? What are the titles of the documents? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on the fence about it, you can tell in somebody's tone if they're not sure or whatever the case may be. So.
Yeah. And then in this case, this is a good time to remember to ask if they say they have a will, always ask how many signers. And you can also ask, is it just the will, is a power of attorney and a health directive included? Because a lot of times it is included, I found from my own personal experience.
Yeah.
So your sure says, I get sworn in tomorrow. Already bought your book and have been reading it, Kimmi. Start your notary business. Wanting to learn apostille. Cannot wait. Thanks, ladies. Congratulations on being sworn in tomorrow.
Yes, congratulations.
Thanks for buying the book. Terry says, I fell asleep while doing my Google page and woke up to an email saying it was suspended. I'm still waiting for them to get back to me how I can do it again.
Yeah, if you didn't do anything, you can try doing it again. Google is real finicky. They just want to make sure that everything's legit and real. So any little thing can throw it off. I always say, go ahead. If you want the page that you set up, like for instance, if you use a certain email address or you put pictures up, you did the whole thing, whatever. If you want that page back, go ahead and make sure you reach out to them and get that process going because it could be lengthy. Mm-hmm. But if you don't care and you didn't do that much to it and, you can just start over, go ahead and start over. Like I said, for some reason, I don't know, Google's real finicky with Google My Business, your Google profile. So I say try to start over. If you care about the email address, reach out to them.
And if you haven't already put your address and all that stuff in there. Right, Alexis?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter because if it's suspended, you can try instead of doing the address, you can do certain service areas. You can do service areas, and maybe that'll help you out. And then maybe on the back end, add the address. I don't know. Figure it out with Google. That's my main thing. They call you or email.
And just keep trying. Don't give up.
Please don't.
So Stacey Ann says, answer the spam. Last clients came from spam. Don't overthink the process is what I learned. That is so true. So today, just a brief experience today. I got a spam call. And I usually answer my spam calls, but I was doing something with my daughter. And I'm like, I just let it go. And it went to voicemail. But like a minute later, the spam call came in again, the same number. And someone was like, just answer the phone. So I answered it. And it happened to be one of my direct clients. And usually they don't come up spam. And so I answered the call. So I almost missed out. They probably would have left a message though. But yeah, so my direct client was a spam call. I don't know why it was a spam call. And definitely don't overthink the process. So Linda says, my first fingerprinting job also came from Google My Business page in a senior apartment complex. Yep. So Google works, you guys. Brian says, and Kimmi, I also took your advice on my block, and my neighbor is a real estate agent, and she asked if I could do loan signing. I said, no, not yet. She said, let her know when I can, and the other neighbor. And so that's a good example of marketing in your neighborhood. That's your personal service area, really. Your neighborhood, the strip mall complex close to your neighborhood, all of those are great places, to market your business, especially if you let them know that you're their neighbor. Even when people call, and if they say they live in Lilburn, I said, oh, we're neighbors. They may live on the other side of Lilburn. I said, oh, you're my neighbor. I said, I give my neighbors a discount, and they always appreciate it. So use the neighbor thing because it does work.
Can I add to that too? Oh, go ahead, Alexis.
I was just gonna say, remember that you might get loan signings in general notary work. Given that you're dealing with a real estate agent, I would make sure you know about loan signing a little bit. But I don't want you to get it in your general notary work. You think you can't do it.
And we talked about this a few weeks ago. I'm so glad Brian brought this up. It's because a lot of us out there have our notary commission, but we have not taken the next step to go to the NNA to become certified as a loan signing agent. So that's another stream of income that we talked about. Many of you are not notary signing agents because you've watched something on YouTube and other people are saying they're quitting, selling their equipment. So it's not worth being a notary signing agent. Not true. It's another stream of income and another opportunity. So go ahead. It's only like $85 to get the certification in most states, 90, 100, whatever, to be certified to do loan signing work in addition to being just a regular notary. And that's another stream of income. And then additionally, you will have to take Alexis's notary loan signing agent class or a course if you don't know how to do the actual work. But the actual certification is easy to get, just like being a notary. Mm-hmm. It's easy to get the certification. Training is a different story. Right. And we offer training for all 50 states at Notary Educators, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take advantage of the sale if you do want to go ahead and start that next phase of your business. We do have that 70% off. sale. So you can get the loan signing A to Z. And all you gotta do is get the exam with the NNA, take the exam with the NNA, do the background check, and you're ready to go. So
you can keep going, Angela.
So Carmen Marie says, I need to take a course or more. My business is very slow, also non-existent. So yeah, training is very important. And just to piggyback on what Kim said, about the NNA, you really can't get into loan signing without being certified by the NNA. And even though it may be a little slow, I don't always accept the hits that I get. But even since it's been slow, I get hits almost every day from some company sending me my email or text message to do a loan signing in my area. Sometimes I accept it. Most of the time I don't, because a lot of times I'm busy, or maybe my morning off to do business, at home. But that goes to show that even though you may not be getting work other places, loan signing is still there. I still get hits. I got 3 today. I didn't accept any, but loan signing is still popping. So I would highly recommend you getting certified with the NNA.
Yes. And that's another stream of income. So when you say, oh, my phone ain't ringing, are we actually doing everything we can to maximize our business? Are we? Yeah. Okay.
So Juju says, so true. It always takes longer when you get to their home. Lauren says, I'm usually in and out. Like Kim said, usually there are exceptions though. Yep. Lavina Carter says, do you charge a wait fee? Had an appointment, was to be at 6, but they all didn't get there until 6:30. So I don't charge a wait fee. This is a quick story. I don't charge a wait fee. Well, wait, back up. I'm kind of lying. I have charged a wait fee before.
I was going to say, I thought you said you had.
I have charged wait. So I have charged a wait fee before, because if I get there and you're not there when you say you're going to be there, I give you that 10-minute window. And so if you're not there, then I ask you if you want me to wait, then there'll be additional, wait fee. I've never had anybody say no, but this was with a signing company. And I had an appointment with the person, and I gave them 15 minutes because they said they was going to be there and they wasn't. But I said, okay, they said, I'll be there 15 minutes later. I was like, cool, I'll be here. I'll be waiting in your front, on the street in front of the house. And so 15 minutes, he wasn't there. He didn't call me. I called him. I texted him. He didn't answer the phone. And so I text him and I'm like, it's been 20 minutes. I've been waiting for you. I have another appointment, so I have to leave. Okay, no, I'm pulling up. I waited another 5 minutes. He still wasn't there, so that's 25 minutes. And so what I did was I emailed the signing company, told them the whole story, told them I had another appointment because they had given it to me. I went 10 minutes down the road and he called me and said, oh, I'm home. And so I emailed my signing company. He said, can you come back? I emailed the signing company and told them that he wanted me to come back, to do the signing. They said, can you go back? I said, yes. And so they paid me a whole nother fee. So they paid me 2 fees. Because what they thought I was going to do was go, because I was like on my way to the other client, but I was closer to the person that didn't show up. And so instead of going to the other client and coming back, I called the next client and said, can I come 30 minutes late? I'm held up by another client. He was like, sure. So I went back to that person, did their signing. Signing company paid me 2 fees because I had left, and they paid me the initial fee and they paid me another fee. Then I went to the other client. So that was fortunate for me that day. But yes, I do charge a late fee.
I have not charged anyone a late fee. I'm not opposed to it, but I have not yet, because I haven't had to wait that long on anyone yet. Yeah. Thank goodness, because I'm quick to cancel. Matter of fact, I did. I had one. I canceled. The wife was supposed to come the wife came to be the witness. The wife could not be the witness. He said, well, let me get someone else and let me do this. By the time he kept saying, let me, about the third time, in my mind, I was like, this is going to be way longer than what he's trying to tell me it's going to be.
Right.
Well, they're right up the street. They can be here in 10 minutes. Right. I was like, that don't sound like 10 minutes. So I ended up canceling. He was upset. He was livid, matter of fact. But I was like, I think you need to reschedule, because I don't play about my time. I really don't.
Right.
Yeah, I'm quick to say no.
And 30 minutes is to me, it's a little excessive. So
it's excessive.
I'm the type of person, I'm going to be there 5 to 10 minutes early, only because I don't like being lost. So with that being said, I might have be there for 40 minutes at that point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if you tell me 6 o'clock, even if it's witnesses involved and everything, I expect you to tell your people to be there by 6 o'clock.
Right.
And what that sounds like is when you get there and you see everyone's not there, it's like, okay, well, do you know how much longer, they're going to take? I do have another appointment. Even if you don't, I have one.
I got an appointment with my bed. I got an appointment with somebody.
And if they start talking, well, it's going to be, X, Y, and Z. Okay, I'm like, well, after, depending on what your time is, I say after 10 minutes, after 15, after 20, whatever, your person. At that point, it's going to be an extra 25, whatever you want to do. But that's what that kind of sounds like. So it's for you to make a little extra money because if they're serious and they got all these people on the way and everything, they're going to pay it. Right. And it's your time. I mean, 30 minutes, you're not going to pay for that. They your car, you're not getting paid for that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I mean, I would definitely do that. Yeah.
And they will take advantage of you too. I'm telling you, people think we have nothing else to do. Like they're our only appointment. Mm-hmm. And that will take me from 0 to 100 really quick too. I can't stand when they presume that I have nothing else to do. Girl.
So the Anthony Brown Show says, I have one nursing home I charge a deposit. Normally I do not. So I don't charge any of my nursing homes a deposit. Like I said, I only charge a deposit if it's far away. Lauren says, Angela, you could have sent me to Toco Hills. No, Lauren, they were paying too much.
I never even heard of that.
Toco Hills, it's up north of Atlanta.
Oh.
The Anthony Brown Show said, I give quotes per stamp and travel, not the total, so there would be no adjustment.
Yep.
So there's a Facebook user. Oh, Liz says, Liz, you got it, Alexis?
Yeah, I was going to. Liz Kimbrough says, okay, makes sense. Thank you. And then she said, yeah, my concern was being with the attorney's clients, but the attorney hired me, but makes sense what y'all are saying. Thanks.
Yeah.
So let's go back on that a little bit since she said it's an attorney involved. Okay, I want to clarify that too. So what I do again for my personal business is a little different than when I've been hired from someone. In the sense that if an attorney hired me and the client took a little bit longer, I'm not going to be having no attitude with the client. I'm not going to be bugging with the attorney because I'm trying to get additional work for him, right? But that may sound like what happened to me on, I don't know what day it was this week, but I had a signing. Someone hired me to go to a hospital. So the daughter ends up so I met them there to do the mother. She ends up bringing a document from the previous day that was for the father, right? The father didn't have to sign it, but it was about the father. So I reached out, unlike a normal Kim, because I probably would have normally just did it, right? And I reached out. I said, no, I'm going to reach out to the company because they didn't hire me to do that. So if something went wrong, I want to make sure they know what's going on, right? They hired me to do something for the mother, not for the father. So the girl gonna slide this paper, and she said, "Oh, I got this before." No, she said, "I got this after I had made the phone call to the hiring company." So I reached out to them and let them know. I said, "Hey, your client has an extra document she would like me to notarize." They was like, "Okay, that's fine. What is your fee?" So I added an additional fee for the second document. And normally I may not have done that. But again, I'm really going into a whole different business mindset myself for 2023. And a lot of things that were kind of like, oh, that's free. That's free. That's free. No. So it changed. The whole thing changed when she brought the extra document because I priced the job accordingly. So I always say when they change, you can change. And that's if you want to again, but with kindness, because I wasn't mean. I just shot her email, said, hey, a text message and say, hey, your client is actually have another document that she would like me to notarize. So, okay.
So Terry says, FYI, if you want various documents, check out eForms. And she says, I will start over. Anthony Brown says, Google is my best friend. And he also says, I give veterans a discount with their VA ID. I also give veterans a discount because I'm a veteran. Precious Lady 40 says, I received an email today saying my background check was delayed. That's awesome. Yeah. So S. Bryant says, greetings. If you're already a notary, do you still have to do a background check? So background checks are usually done through the NNA when you're getting certified with the NNA. And it's always good to have background checks because you can have that, in your profile, and you cannot be a loan signing agent without getting a background check and being certified through the NNA.
The background check is so you can be a notary signing agent too, just for clarification. For those who are new, that's why you have to have a background check. Now, some states do require a background check in order to become a notary. There are quite a few actually that you have to have a background check, but the one that we're referring to tonight is through the National Notary Association in order to become a notary signing agent.
Mm-hmm. Stacy Ann says, take the slow time to get your upload docs package together for the signing company. It goes smoother. Yes, it does. Sammy in the 1970s says, good evening. Yashua's son says, I believe people just become notaries for the illusion of YouTubers glorifying only that portion of notarizing. Now that loan signing isn't booming anymore, they forgot the main aspects of being a notary.
General notary
work. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how we.
Yeah, and it's not all about notary signing agent. It's not, y'all. I promise you. General notary work, apostille work. I got that video about 12 different ways that you can make money as a notary. It's just amazing. It's not just notary signing agent. And that's why if we step out the box, we'll get our money.
And you'll be steady. If you step out the box, you'll be steady. You may not be as busy, but you'll be steady.
No matter what season it is, up, down, loan signing, up, down, this, up, down. As long as you're well-rounded, you'll be steady.
Carmen Marie says, in Maryland, you have to be a typic. I am NSA with NNA, but I cannot do the loan signing without the typic. I have taken the exam twice. I'm planning on taking it again next month, praying I pass it. So, so different states require different things, to be a loan signing agent. That's why we always said check your state.
And also make sure, do you have to have the full typic or do you, because some of them, and I don't know about Maryland right this second because I'm not looking it up, but I do know in Virginia, I believe it is, they cannot collect money if they don't have a certain exam. So kind of make sure, do you have to have the full thing to be a part of this or what? Okay. And again, I'm not looking it up right this second, so I can't address it, but.
So Sammy 1970 said, did y'all order Square Payment app through Amazon? No, don't pay for that.
We just went
from the App Store.
Free. Yeah, App Store.
Download. Wait a minute. You can get Square from the App Store for free?
Yeah, the app.
The app.
I didn't know that.
You don't want Square downloaded on your phone, Kim. Yes,
I do, but I bought the units. I didn't know you could just download Square for free and process.
Yeah, you still want to take all these fees, but I don't use that thing. I use the app, and you just type in the number.
I got the app. I did not know you could just download the app though, and without all the units and all that. Like I said, when I started,
I use this all the time.
Let me rephrase. Y'all not listening to me. Y'all ready to have a beat down session. What I'm saying is I didn't know you could just download the app and not have all the units, right? I have the app, I have the units.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Now I'm understanding that that's not a necessity. And it's only like another percentage more if you use the app only. So it's not a big deal.
Right.
Yeah. So type in the card number.
But people go crazy when I put on my contactless unit. So I mean, I'm just saying. But
I mean, I have the swipe thing too now.
Yeah, I have that too. I have all of it.
So Sammy, 1970, if you want to save some money, just get the app. Because I didn't know that. I really didn't even ever think about it. Because I always, just like I said, I had the units.
Right.
They're only like $50 anyway, though, if you want to actually get the unit. So
he says swipe. He's being swiped. Swipe or contact the Square product, which is better. Thanks. I mean, it's all about what you prefer.
Yeah,
I do all of it. If I'm in a big hurry and I don't feel like all that Wi-Fi stuff, I don't tap. I'll type it in.
Oh yeah.
But when you type it in, it costs more because there's more chance for error, and they don't know if you stole the card or somebody's. But if you swipe the card, it's 2%. So it's like 2.35 And if you key it in, it's like 3.5. So we talking what, 15 cents higher or something?
There's not that much difference.
So I don't worry about it either way. It's just a matter of how quick I'm trying to get rid of the client.
So yeah, and it's a matter of what you prefer, Sammy, 1970-ish.
Along with payments, really quick, guys. I've had two clients this week ask me about PayPal. So guess what the girl did today? I got PayPal. I'm waiting on them to send some money, so 2 cents or something, so I can confirm it. Mm-hmm. But after I had 2 clients ask for it, that lets me know there's a need, and I don't want to have to say no. And these were hiring companies, like an attorneys that called me. So that's the second time this week somebody said, "Do you take PayPal?" And I was like, "No, I take Zelle." So I have PayPal, and it's pending. So get PayPal if you don't have it.
That too, but the people who ask me about PayPal, I have PayPal, but it's a personal account. But
I got a business one.
Oh, I just said and I
got both. Yeah. You just need a separate email.
I just say I can send you an invoice, and they usually say okay, but I understand that, you want to make it easy for them, whatever they want.
Well, he wanted to send me a check if I didn't have PayPal, and I was like, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, he might have already had his money in PayPal, so he's like, it's just easier to.
It's an attorney, you're right. So I didn't want to do that. I don't want you to send me no check. I'd rather have it as quick as I can, because I don't even want to be thinking about you tomorrow. I want my money ASAP.
Right. So S. Bryant says, I'm in Michigan. We do not have any type of ID number or any type of numbers as a notary. What type of paperwork does the signing agents ask for?
Paperwork, they want your to make sure you're NNA certified, W-2. Why can't I pick up
your driver's license?
Yeah, driver's license.
So I think he's asking to be served. If this isn't correct, S. Brian, let us know. You're either asking for what information you need to do to sign up as a signing agent.
She's a notary. Oh, yeah, you don't need anything. Just take it. Take the exam. I didn't have to input anything, not to my knowledge. Do y'all remember?
But when you sign up for SnapDocs, they do ask you for your driver's license. They ask you for all of that information. But if they ask you for a notary number and your state doesn't have one, you just put NA, not applicable.
I thought she was talking about to become one. Like, you go on the NNA's website, you ask you for anything notary. I thought that's what. Either way it go, you got a bunch of answers.
So yeah, they just ask you for they'll ask you for your car, what type of car you got, what your license plate number is, just general stuff like that.
Yeah, with the signing.
Yeah, if you're trying to become a signing agent with SnapDocs. So Brian says, and one of repeated tasks is answer the call when you get it. Helps also. Yep, we always said answer the phone.
Yes, answer the phone.
Lavina says the app costs more. Angela says, I'm in Maryland, and yes, she has to take the typic test given through Prometrics.
Very good. Thanks for the clarification. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Brian says he did not know either. He brought the unit also. And Stacy said, yep, it has the QR code too. I just saw that the other week, the QR code thing. Mm-hmm. Lauren says, I have the app and the swipe thing for my phone. Lately, I've been using the app Invoice more often. I use the app Invoice more often too, Lauren. Angela Phillips says, Carmen Reed, Pam Waters of Maryland Coins has a study group that helps you pass the test. So that's some information for you to help pass that typic test.
And it's a lady on YouTube. I cannot tell you her name. I'm gonna see, can I find it? She has something in Maryland too, I think. I'm gonna look right quick. If I find it, I'm gonna look while y'all talking. I'm gonna put Maryland, which you can go on YouTube too. Maryland Notary Typic. Go ahead, Angela.
So Sammy 1970 said, what? Just the app, no need for unit? Okay, you answered my last question. Carmen says the full typic course, Maryland allows the NSA to collect closing fees. You're welcome, Sammy. Lavina likes to swipe to get out quick. Sometimes, like when I'm in a rural area, I've had this happen to me on a couple of occasions that I couldn't swipe because the Wi-Fi was really bad. And so you have all kind of stuff going on. But I figured it out.
Yeah, be prepared to have all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just in case anything can happen. So the unit to get both of them is like $50, I think. And that's
Mhm.
for the one you stick in the phone and then the contact.
Mhm.
I don't even use the one you stick in the phone. I don't even use
Mhm.
that one. But I would just be prepared because you just never know. And always have it downloaded on your phone, like Angela and Alexis are saying with the app. Always have that.
Yeah. So Lucretia says, I got my LSA certification from Notary Association of America. Do I need to get another one from the NNA as well? That's a good question.
The National Notary Association is the standard.
The NNA is the standard.
She got her what?
She got her loan signing agent certification from Notary Association of America.
Yeah, I've had other
people. I don't know. I do everything through the NNA.
Yeah.
NNA is the standard. But I mean, if you're working, you know.
Yeah, if you're working, it's working.
If you're working, that's good. But so do you guys agree? And you correct me if I'm wrong. If you're working, then I would say no, don't worry about it. But there are some companies that will say that your background check has to be from these two places, or your certification has to be through NNA. Have you seen that?
Yeah, so if you're working, I'm not going to pay for it if I don't have to. But if you find you're not working, then that might be a reason why, because your background check is not from the NNA. So that's how I would kind of sum that up. Yeah.
So Lauren has them all. Terry says, I had the little square forever, but I downloaded the app just now, and that was good to know.
Dropping gems.
Brian says, for everyone, I've been having problems with Zelle, and a lot of banks are backing away from them due to scams going on. So you guys, he's right. There are a lot of scams with Zelle. I had a problem once a long, long time ago with Zelle. As a matter of fact, and I wasn't making so much money that I didn't know, not that I didn't notice, but a customer paid me, and I didn't get it through Zelle, and I don't know why I didn't notice it. He called me a couple of weeks later. He needed another notary, and he said, by the way, your Zelle never went through. And he showed me on his phone where it says that the Zelle didn't go through because I didn't accept it or something crazy thing. So if you are using any of those pay apps, make sure you check to see if your money goes through. It taught me a lesson because it was like a good little piece of money that
I had that happen too, Angela.
Yeah, you had that happen?
I did. It was a Cash App, and the lady thought she had hit send, and she did not. And I had to reach out to her later because I thought it had went through too. So now, just another little gem over here. I have a separate ringtone for when people send me money, so I can hear it automatically with the alert that I know it's something different. You know what I'm saying? I know it's money. It kind of sounds like a cash register. So if they sending me a Cash App or a Zelle or something like that, whatever, it goes ding, 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 something, a little different than my regular ringtone. Mm-hmm. And I just always check my phone for the dollar amount. And now I don't leave before I realize if I've been paid or not. You know what I'm saying? Not that she didn't do it on purpose. She really thought she hit send.
Right.
And she did not. So, yeah.
So we got a lot of just little back and forth comments with each other. S. Brian says, when will the next class for all 50 states notary class? So the classes are up on our website, notaryeducatorsllc.com. I
got to add the other one. Yeah, but one of them for sure is December. I got to get Angela's date, but mine. Yeah, we got the. What is it, huh?
December 9th.
Let me write it down. So December 3rd, I'm gonna write this on it. I'm gonna upload it once we get off of here. So it'll be December 9th and December 3rd will be your last chance for a Notarize like a pro for the year. The live training anyway. Now we still offer one-on-one training, guys, just FYI. Private lessons, but the actual classrooms that will be on Zoom is the 3rd and the 9th.
And the 11th.
And loan signing is going to be on the 11th. Mm-hmm. That's a Sunday?
Yep, Sunday.
And apostille on the 16th.
And apostille on the 16th, which is a Friday night. All right, so just check out Notary Educators LLC for the calendar. And again, whatever you see before the 15th of December will be it until January because everybody going to be on holiday. So we're going to be on holiday too.
Mm-hmm.
My friend always likes to say we're on holiday.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else we got? Anything?
Laura said not the money ringtone.
Girl, what? It's not a full money, but it kind of give you the illusion. So and let me know what it is. How about that? Mm-hmm. And then I did have a couple video suggestions for the person that was trying to get their profile together. check out the video, Notary Resume. What is it and do you need one, that I have on my YouTube channel? And then I also have another video that's titled something like Applying for 100 Companies Made Easy, or how to make it easy for you. So I have about 2 or 3 videos about how to make that loan signing agent application process more easier, okay? Or simplify. So check out those 3 videos. It's about 3 or 4. All right, we wrapping it up.
That's it. You guys, no more questions. We're going to leave you at this time. This is Angela from AJ Mobile Notary. It's been a pleasure as usually.
Yes,
Alexis with mobile. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lexi. Go ahead.
It's Alexis with Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. Remember Black Friday little sale we doing, 70% off for the online courses. Coupon code is BLK2022.
Yes, and everybody be safe out there and enjoy this weekend, okay? Have fun with the family.
We appreciate you all. We'll see you.
I don't know if I'll be going live this week or not. I might hop on for a minute. I don't know.
So Carmen Marie said, what course should I take first? So Carmen, we don't know where you are at stage in your notary. So why don't you go on our website and do a contact me, fill out a contact me form, and we'll get in touch with you.
All righty. Well, on behalf of Notary Educators and Notary Life with Kimmi, guys, I am going to say good night. And as always, it is our pleasure. Y'all be safe out there.
Bye. See you all. Have a good week.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.